Let's go to Dan in Denver. Dan's been in the smack off, right? He came in last place. In fact, he was top 10, last place. Last year, I should say, he was top 10. In fact, 8th. Dan in Denver. What's going on, Dan?
Hey, Jim. I'm also Team Hay, but I noticed Matt and Van didn't mention sounding composed while talking on the radio to the list of things he's better at. I went back and listened to Matt and Van's smack-off call from last year. If I were you, Matt, I would focus less on your RSVP and focus more on your airtime. And I don't mean actually getting on air, although one could argue you shouldn't. I mean literally your airtime. Dude, it sounded like you weren't breathing at all. I couldn't tell if Jim went to Matt in Vancouver or Matt in Cleveland. I kept saying to myself, just breathe, Matt. Only millions of people are listening. Just breathe. Jimmy, that effort was so poor, the IRS tried to send it a stimulus check. That call had more waistlines than Wells' Closet. But, Jim, my favorite part was when Matt in the middle decided he wanted to recite some Tupac lines for some reason. Jimmy, I can't wait for Matt before this year's smack-off. You know, his palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. Rack me, Jim. I'm out.
I will. You can rack him. And, Dan, you're in officially. He came in 8th last year, and he has done nothing between now and then to convince me otherwise. Dan in Denver has an invite. It's not even a golden ticket. He's just in.
Oh.
There's a difference. Golden tickets are for people who have never been in. So Dan's in. Matt is in. Anybody who has ever won the event has a lifetime exemption, so they're in. If you're not sure whether or not, just ask, and I'll let you know. And he is Team Hay.
Oh.
God, that's so easy. Clear as day. Alvin and I both are of the opinion, like, what are the rest of you hearing?